Hi, this is 365801 and this is another book and manga haul for the month of June 2024. So as you can see, this is another pretty big, massive, mostly manga haul. There's only a few pros in here. So yeah, it's a big sci-fi order that I made in May because I have been very good, well behaved, so far anyway, in the month of June and done a no-buy month. So I have been avoiding spending money, and most of the stuff, I think everything that's here other than one thing, was stuff I ordered in May, and so it's arrived now. So I still have this. So imagine all of this along with last month's. It would have been ridiculous. It would have been obscene. So I'm really glad that actually it was a little bit delayed, because it did mean that I had all of these delivered during June, so I can still have a haul video, so you can still see all my goodies, but it doesn't look quite as bad. It just makes me feel like it makes me look better than having all of it all for my May. But it does look bad for a no-buy month. Like, here's all the stuff that I did not buy this month. It just got delivered. So yeah, 39 volumes here. One is something I got from the charity shop, so that means 38. Some are prose and some are manga. So yeah, we're just gonna get through it. Most of this is a sci-fi order, so yeah. It all came in a big box. That will be available over on my Patreon. My unboxings are always available on my Patreon. Just makes it a bit easier for my editing. So yeah, this is a lot. Shall we get into it? And we'll start with the non-BL prose that I have. So first things first, Martha Wells' All Systems Red, The Murderbot Diaries. This is the first in the series, and I got it for £1 in the charity shop. I only picked it up because this Bee Reads on Instagram has shown it quite a few times. I've seen it. I just didn't really know what it was about. I still don't. But when someone who reads a lot of similar things or reads things I'm like, I aspire to read, says, oh, this is something that they love, I'm like, okay. Especially if it's in a charity shop for £1. It is quite a slim one, so I don't think it would be a terrible stretch to read at some point. But I kind of feel like I need a sci-fi readathon to get behind and get through some of my sci-fi TBR. But yeah, this was a good one for only £1. Quite happy about that. So I also picked up Julia Richard Volume 2. This is the light novel. So this is written by Nanako Tsujimura, illustrated by Utako Yukihiro. And I managed to get this from eBay for a very good price of £5.68. So very happy about that. This is the story of a young man who works for a jeweler, and it's sort of episodic, slice of life, human stories, and these two guys get closer as they work together. I'm looking forward to picking up the rest of the series at some point. I now have quite a few of the volumes, so I could definitely give it a bit of a read and give it a start because I want to. The manga has been very enjoyable, and the anime was very enjoyable as well. So I'd like to see where the light novel goes, and if it's at any point more spicy. Everyone always says it's more BL. It's more BL, the light novel. So yeah, this is one I want to collect, and I'm glad I was able to pick this up for such a good price. Now the other prose that I picked up this month was You Can Have My Back, Volume 2 by Minami Kotsura, illustrated by Hitomi Hitoyo. This is 7 Seas. I should have said 7 Seas for Julia Richard as well. That's also 7 Seas. This is the second volume, and the reason I got this was because I pre-ordered the third volume with the discount. I should have just got it all together because I would have got a bigger discount, but I decided not to. I just was like, okay, Sci-Fire, you can have my money. But it does mean I get free shipping, which is fine. So this was £8.90, I think. So not a huge difference in terms of cost. But I just wanted it. It does have like the plastic, and it comes with a parental advisory warning. Oh, are we there? I loved this first volume. I loved it. I thought it was great. So I'm very excited about this. And of course, I pre-ordered the third one, which is out now at time of filming, but I have not received it yet. So I'm waiting for Sci-Fi to ship my copy so that I can get volume 3. I don't know how many volumes there are. If volume 3 is the final one, that would be great, because I would just sit and devour all 3 together. But if there's a 4th volume, I'm probably still going to read all 3 at some point. But they are quite chunky boys. But I love this story. This is like very interesting to me. I don't think anyone else really talks about it. So I don't know why. But it's kind of I don't know how to describe it. It's like reincarnation and medieval political shenanigans, like almost like paired soul. It's just, it's memories and stuff. Oh, it's just there's a lot going on. Yeah, I love it when there's like a sinister person behind the scenes. And yeah, a lot of things. I will need to reread the first volume to be able to get a handle on what the story is, because it's just too much for me to go into volume 2 blind. So yeah, I'm looking forward to volume 3 coming whenever it does. I'm sure Sci-Fi will send it. Although it seems like it's difficult to get hold of now, even though it's just been released. It seems like they haven't actually printed a lot of copies. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I do get it, because they took my money. So I like my stuff, please. Now on to some manga, and I picked up Our Torsos Align. This is Human Monster Love, and this is story and art by Ryo Sumiyoshi. I managed to get this, it's like an omnibus volume for £7.18, which is a really good price for this 7 Seas title, just because it seems to be like at least double that, if not more. Retail, I think it's around 20 something, so it's quite a pricey one. But this is by the same mangaka as MADK and the Centaurs one, so I'm looking forward to this one. It kind of gives me Love from the Other Side, Nagabe kind of vibes as well, so I'm very much looking forward to reading this one. I don't think it's necessarily queer, but I think Human and Monster Love, it has queerness kind of baked in, which is why a lot of people like reading those kinds of supernatural-esque or paranormal kind of stories, because there's an element of queerness too. So hopefully, fingers crossed, there are some. I would assume so. But it's Ryo Tsumiyoshi, so it's going to be interesting. No matter what, it's going to be interesting, and the art's going to be stunning. So I'm very happy to have a copy of this, finally. Now, another manga I got that is one I've been on the hunt for is Kizuna Bonds of Love Volume 5 by Kazuma Kodaka. And this is a Be Beautiful title. Now, my Be Beautifuls, I know, I've not got many to get before I have a complete set. But they are kind of pricey. So I need to get volume 1 and I think volume 7? Did I get volume 7 already? Of Kizuna. And I think I need to get volume 2 of Embracing Love. And then that's it. So getting volume 5 is really helpful because it does narrow down. Oh, maybe did I get volume 7? I don't know. I need to go downstairs and check. But I don't have many left to get. Is it 3 or is it 4? It's like 2 or is it 3? That kind of thing. But I did pick this up for a really good price. I got it for £6.94. And, well, that is a really good price. Because they've just been going for a lot more. Yeah, I still have volume 7 to get, I think, for Bonds of Love. And I could have picked it up for £9.99 and I was like, no, I think I can get it cheaper. And now I can't find it for £9.99 and I'm kicking myself. So yeah, definitely could have picked up a lot of these volumes about a decade ago for very cheap and did not, just because I didn't really know what I was collecting at that point. And I think that's the main thing. It was about knowledge and what you want to collect. So yeah, I know that I want to get this. It would be good to get another, publishers completed to make me feel good about life. But to be able to get this for such a good price at the moment is really, it makes me feel good that I'm not overly spending, because I have already done that so far this year for Kazuna. Volume 3, if you know, you know. So yeah, it's definitely one that I'm happy to have in my collection. It just goes towards completing that series, and it goes towards completing the publisher, so for a good price. I'm still on the lookout for my other ones. Hopefully, fingers crossed, by the end of the year I'll have them. Now, something else that I picked up for around £5, I think it was £5.79, is Volume 1 of I Cannot Reach You by Mika. This is one I already have Volumes 3 and 4 for. I do not have Volume 2, and I don't have up to, I think it's Volume 7 now that they've got. This is a yen press title, so they're always a little bit more pricey and harder to get hold of for good prices. So when I can, I'll jump on the chance. So yeah, this was a good price. I think I got the other two for around the same kind of price as well. So I do need to get volume 2 so I can actually read my volumes. It's kind of annoying when that happens, but I just I'm still holding out for good prices. I will eventually have to just pick them up so I can actually sit and read it. At least it's a volume 1, and it means I can read it. But yeah, this one was one I think I picked up right near the end of May, maybe? Something like that. It was one of the last things I purchased, and it took a little while to get to my house. So I'm fine with that though. So yeah, it came with a little bit of damage, but not too much. Just on a dink on the corner. But pretty good for the price. And it does mean I can finally start the series in terms of the reading. But yeah, I'm going to have to keep on plugging away, trying to get these for good prices. So now we're going to move on to my sci-fi order. I picked up 33 volumes of manga. This is the first one. It was originally like £8.80 something because it's a brand new title. They just released it physically. It was digitally released earlier this year. This is Volume 4 of Hanger by Hirotaka Kisaragi, a Tokyopop title. One of the rare Tokyopop titles that I'm like interested to pick up before it's actually, you know, like on sale and everything. This is one I'm like, I want to. So yeah, I got it and I'm really happy about it. I've not read it. I do feel like I need to do a reread of Hanger because it's been several years since Volume 3 came out. But yeah, this is pretty good. I'm so looking forward to this. This has been one I just look at that artwork. It's absolutely stunning. Hirotaka Kisaragi has been one of the few vocally male BL creators. I don't know when people found out that Hirotaka Kisaragi was male, but it was like it's been like a thing for a long time, like for a long time, and people really enjoyed the fact that there was someone who was creating BL manga who was open about being male, and that was something that people embraced. I think he's kind of beloved, and the stories are always really interesting and compelling. So yeah, this I kind of think of it as Psycho-Pass, but explicitly BL Psycho-Pass, because a lot of Psycho-Pass is pretty BL. But this is very much BL. So, but it also has that sort of Psycho-Pass vibes. There's like Neo Tokyo, you know, some sort of a vague futuristic version of Tokyo. There are those who are kind of in the military police, and they get paired with other individuals who are kind of criminal-esque. So it's very Psycho-Pass. They have to work together to fight against, I think it's drug barons, that terrorists, that kind of thing. So yeah, very Psycho-Pass. Really very Psycho-Pass. Before Psycho-Pass. So I'm very excited about this. I can't wait to read it, but I'm going to because I want to reread the rest of Hanger first. So these are the next lot that I have to show. This is all of the Kuma published titles that I picked up. They were all on pretty good sales, around £7 something, so when I added them and I got my discount, it was a really good buy. I picked up Canis Dear Hatter Volumes 1 and 2. This is by Zach. Unfortunately, they did not have the new version of Canis Dear Mr. Rain. I do have that originally in the old version, but I would like to pick up the newer version of it. Even if it's the same or similar, I do want to have that as well. But it does mean I could continue to read Canis, but I kind of feel like I want to get the new version first. We'll see. I think there are more volumes of this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do think there's more to the story now that it's being published elsewhere, but I would like to read it at some point. I also picked up Ogeret Tanaka's Happy of the End, volumes 1 and 2. Is this just complete in 2 volumes? I'm not sure, I'll need to check. But I'm very happy to get some more Ogeret Tanaka. I also picked up volume 2 of Happy Crappy Life. This is by Harada. Unfortunately, volume 1 was not on sale, so I didn't pick that one up. But it does mean I have some Harada in my collection. Some more Harada. I do need to pick up volume 1 though, to be able to get to read volume 2. I also picked up A Hero in the Demon's Castle. This is by Inu Toki and Shohei, which looks really weird and interesting, and it's just a one-shot, so I can definitely read that straight away. Another one-shot, and you're like, hold on, this looks familiar. Eiji and Shiro from Zeros to Heroes by Kaya Azuma. This one's wrapped in plastic because it's brand new. The other one I got last month, which is technically still this month's because this is an extension of May's, really. Yeah, I did end up buying 2 copies. It was just such a cheap one, and I didn't realise I'd put this in my cart, and I totally forgot. So yeah, that's what happens when you don't keep track of things as well as I should have. So I now have 2 copies, but it's fine. I still haven't read the first copy that I got. But yeah, I got all of these Kuma titles. I'm really happy about picking up Kuma, and especially if I'm getting them for good prices, which I did, because these are very good quality. They're always amazing quality. I love the fact that they do dust jackets. They have artwork under the dust jackets. They have them on the actual copies. They have lovely artwork inside. They do such a good job. The paper quality, the colour of the paper, everything about it. They just do amazing job, and they always pick really interesting, seemingly random titles. But yeah, I'm really happy to have these. I do need to go and have a check to see what else from Kuma I'm missing, so I can get my list up and keep up to date a bit more. But this is definitely helping a bit on the way to keeping up to date with Kuma. On to the Sublimes that I picked up, and it is a fair stack. I was able to pick up a few complete series, which is great. That adds to my complete series collections. Pink Heart Jam, volumes 1 and 2 by Shike. I have already read. It was being released by Futekia, Manga Planet. And so I made sure I had my subscription so I could read it whenever a chapter was released. So I know I like this. I know I'm going to enjoy it. I know what the story's about. It's great. I love it. This is just me adding it to my collection. I also have Megumi and Tsugumi, which is an Omegaverse story, and this is by Mitsuru Shi, and it's 4 volumes. I think it's complete at 4 volumes, isn't it? Let me know. So I think I got the complete series. I don't think there's more. Is there more? I hope there's not. Like, I want to say this is a complete series, but I don't know. But it's the start of a series anyway, so I have the 4 volumes. If there is more, I will always get more. That's fine. That's fine. Omega Boys, I'm very excited about because it's a sort of Yankee rivalry type thing. I heard so much about it. Old Fashioned Cupcake and Old Fashioned Cupcake with Cappuccino by Sagan Sagan. This has been made into a drama, so I know people love it, but I have not really heard anything about it other than its age gap. And I'm like, ooh, how will I feel about this? But it's got food, so I'm like, ooh, how will I feel about this? I love a good feeding ones, anything to do with food. And then underneath that, we've got a Meguru Hinohara, The Dragon's Betrothed, volumes 1 and 2. A couple of times I've tried to buy this and then it's not been able to be sent to me. So I finally have the 2 volumes, and so I can sit and read it. I love Meguru Hinohara. I love her artwork and her storytelling, and I know this is a sort of supernatural one, so of course I'm going to enjoy this. So I'm very, very happy about these ones. On the other side, we have ones that are continuing series that I've already started and I'm keeping up to date with for as much as possible just before they release more. This is Finder volumes 11 and 12, and you're saying, hold on, 11's been out for ages. I know. I picked up 10 and then it took me forever to get round to getting 11 and 12. And I now know volume 13, I think, has either been released or is about to be released. It depends where you are in the world. So I think in the UK it's just about to be, whereas in America I think it's already been released. So yes, I'm like, I'm up to date and I'm behind. This is what BL in the 21st century is. It's, I'm up to date and I'm behind. It really is. Feels like this is terrible. Feels like I'm really just struggling against the tide. I have now volume 13 of his favourite. This is Suzuki Tanaka's series. It's a really long one now as well. I feel good about having volume 13 because I did pick up, I think it was volume 11 and 12 as well. I think I was a bit, so I had 10, 11 and 12, I think. It's been a while to get this one as well. So yeah, I'm now up to date. And I feel like I'm still up to date. I think I'm still up to date, which is good. Then I have Love Nest Second and Love Nest. I have Love Nest Volume 2. This is Yumi Naduki's work. But I did not have Volume 1 of it. So I've never been able to read it. So I have now got Love Nest. Now I have 1 and 2 and Love Nest Second. 1 and 2 as well. So I can finally get round to reading Love Nest, which is good because I enjoyed Sayonara Game and is it Change World? So I now know that they've got Encore as well. So I'm up to date. I'm behind instantly. I also have Candy Color Paradox Assorted Pack by Isaku Natsume. I almost bought this in Forbidden Planet. I'm glad I didn't because I got this for a really good price as well. So yeah, this was like all the extras, a bit like Don't Be Cruel, which I think I'm also maybe behind now. I think they've got or maybe they're about to release. I need to check Sublime's release schedule. I will do, but I try to keep up to date with Don't Be Cruel because it's one of my favourites as well. And Daisy Jealousy, which is another Ogaretsu Tanaka work, and this is just a one shot. It's quite a thick boy, especially when you compare it to Candy Color Paradox, the sorted pack. It's a lot thicker. So yeah, happy to have all of these Sublime titles. I'm not up to date with everything, and I do think it won't take too much to get up to date. And Sublime's release schedule is pretty good. They usually have like something one or two a month, and that seems doable with the prices that they are, especially if I can get them for good prices. So at some point I think I was up to date and then very quickly get behind again. So it's definitely fighting against the tide, especially when you add up all the other publishers printing BL now. So yeah, it's a lot. But this is a lot. I feel good about this. This is a good edition. And finally, I have Blue Flag by Kaito. This is a Viz Media publication, large trim size, and it's kind of a beloved series. And I did pick up volume 1 last year and was able to read it, but I didn't pick up the rest of the series. I kind of wanted to check to see, and I kind of wanted to hate it. But I did not hate it. So unfortunately, I was like, right, okay, get it when you can get them for a good price. And I could have gotten like the odd volume here and there, but generally the set is going for around 50 plus, even if you get all of them. They're around £50. So when I saw that they were £6 something on Sci-Fi with the discount as well, it made it a little bit easier for me to go okie doke, and that's a good price for me. So I'm happy about what I paid for this, which I haven't actually mentioned, and I should probably mention. So the Blue Flag, volumes 2 through to 8, all of the Sublime titles, and the Kuma titles and that one Tokyo Pop Hanger title, it was 33 volumes from Sci-Fi, and the total cost minus the discount meant that I paid £214 and 19 pence, which was a big birthday present to me. £200 to shell out on manga seems like an awful lot, but I did get 33 volumes, which is pretty good, because when you divide all that up, I could have done it like price by price, but then you have a £1.99 shipping fee added, so I was just like, just do the division. It comes to £6.49 per volume. So I know these were £6 something, so it would have been cheaper, but I'd have to do that for everything. I don't really want to. So I'm just going to say every volume was £6.49, which means it's slightly less than £6.50. It's certainly under the £7 mark. £6.49. If I saw any of these for £6.49, I'd be like, ooh, that's a good price. So I certainly would have tried to pick them up. So yeah, I'm happy about that. I do want to read this. I did want to read this by the end of June. Maybe I will have. I don't know. We shall see. But it's definitely one that I'm going to try and read before the end of the year. I know the ending is not to everyone's taste, and I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but don't spoil it for me. But I kind of want to read it so that I know what everyone's talking about, because everyone always goes, wow, that ending. Yeah. And I'm like, what does that mean? But seeing as I've only read the first volume, I don't know what all happens. I really enjoyed it though. It was a good one. And it did remind me of My Love Mix-Up, in the same kind of high school vein and people having feelings and stuff. So yeah, very interesting. So that's the end of the Sci-Fi haul. So this is everything that I picked up for the month of June-ish, technically. Although a lot of it is just my leftovers from May. 39 volumes, one charity shop buy, a few things outside of that, and most of it is, as you can see, from my Sci-Fi order. So I have done pretty well, and I continue to not buy anything for June, although I have my eye on something, and it's very expensive, and I'm like, I kind of want it. So I'll see. I need to do my tax returns for the last financial year so that I can get my tax back, because that would make me feel a lot better about spending the money. Yeah, so a no buy doesn't really count if the next month you spend double the amount that you would ever plan to, more than double. So yeah, we'll see if I can rein that in, or refrain from spending, but I do want them, so I don't know. Anyway, I have plenty here to be reading and getting on with, and hopefully I'll get a lot of this read during the 801 readathon. Yeah, I'll do an announcement video for that at some point. It'll have to be soon. So yeah, this is definitely a lot to read, and I'm not doing the best when it comes to reading what I've purchased this year so far. So yeah, hopefully I can get a lot of this read. I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of these titles. What's your favourite? What did you enjoy? What do you think I'll enjoy? That'd be great to know down in the comments. Thanks for watching to the end. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, all of that. If you like, you can subscribe, and I have a Patreon down below as well. Check all that out in the description. Take care, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!